Namaste everyone, welcome to my channel Abundant Love. Today I'm back with another pick a card tarot reading. So this reading is about what is the energy going to be around you during the month of November. So as usual, I have three options. This Good Vibes mini bottle is for option 1 viewers. This golden colored lamp is for option 2 viewers. And this small plant is for option 3 viewers. Now you can choose any one or more than one option based on what resonates very strongly with you. But once you have made your choice, you need not see the entire video. You can go to the video description or to the top comment. You will see there is a timestamp next to each option. For example, if you have chosen this mini plant or option 3, you can just click on the timestamp next to option 3 and your reading will start from there. And I repeat, you need not see the entire video. Okay, so let's get started. I'll say my usual prayer. You can use this time to make your choice. Dear gods, goddesses, angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, archangels, and all the powerful light workers of the universe, please put me and the viewers of this video inside your protection bubble. Through this video, please help the viewers receive messages they need to hear, messages of love, courage, hope, strength, compassion, and positive dynamic action. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Lots and lots of love. Okay, we are ready to start now. Let me keep these other two options aside so that we can start with option one. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 1 viewers who chose this Good Vibes mini bottle. Let us keep this aside. Okay, and now let us see what will be the energy surrounding you during this month of November 2022 from the Energy Oracle deck. I'll be taking two cards. I just remembered that all of us were going through a period of Saturn retrograde which just ended, or I think it's ending soon. I think on the 26th of October it's ending. So, yeah. November would be a month where you start seeing results. Hopefully, all of us start seeing that. Okay, next from the Moonology deck today, I'll take two cards. I just felt I haven't used this deck in a while. So, let's see. And when I'm recording this, it's like a day before the solar eclipse. So feel free to check out the solar eclipse video as well. I'll leave the description in the link, or I'll leave the link in the description, video description. Sorry, guys. I have just come out of a silence retreat, so like talking seems like a new activity. Thank you, Divine. We'll see what is it that you need to surrender in the month of November. And finally, the deck that I can't do without. What is one major blessing that you are receiving in the month of November? Like even when I am going through really difficult times, I always come back to this deck to find out like no matter how bad the situation is, there must be a hidden blessing. And 9 out of 10 times, the blessing comes out as the one that I really needed. Okay, let us see. Aha. Are you worried, my dear option 1 viewers, about a certain thing happening or not happening, or when will it happen, or why isn't it happening yet? What am I supposed to do? Am I taking the right steps? Am I not taking the right steps? Who else can I talk to? Is your mind going through all that? For each one of you, the point of confusion is different. it can be your health, it can be regarding a particular work, it can be regarding like a particular communication or a transaction, even like a material transaction, okay? And your guides are coming in November, and they want you to do two things that probably your mind right now is totally focused on the action, like something needs to be done, so let me keep trying this that. And your guides are like, no, you need to strategize first. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Strategy is of utmost importance in the month of November. Whether it's your work, whether it's a workout routine, whether it's a new health plan, a new mode of treatment that you're embracing, um, it is important to have a strategy and follow that. Okay, do not take actions whimsically out of impulse or just because somebody's pressurizing you. Okay, if you can, and I'm seeing that your guides are pushing you in that direction so that you opt for a more strategy based action in the month of November. And if you do that, you will find a lot of peace. And I'll tell you why. Because some of you I'm seeing on the verge of physical burnout or mental burnout. Okay. And some of you already have health issues who are watching this. So if some of you are like, no, I cannot relate to that at all, then probably you should choose another option because this vibe is coming in very strongly. Either you have health issues, or even if you don't have it yet, you are on the verge of like some kind of physical or mental burnout due to extreme focus on action. Okay, either you're working too much, trying to balance too many things without delegating any responsibility, or in your head, it's like so many possibilities are turning up and you are trying to do them all at the same time. November, your guides would not allow you to do that, okay? They specifically want you to have a strategy first before you take an action in all aspects of your life. And the next energy that you have, that your guides are encouraging you strongly, almost pushing you to do, is rest and rejuvenate. Okay, I know some people feel disappointed when they see this card, especially people who like to be active. They are like, no, I don't want to rest. I'm happy. I'm happy being productive. I'm happy performing every day. Why do I have to rest and rejuvenate? um, it is for your own good. Okay, don't look upon it as an obstacle or something that is trying to slow you down. No, absolutely not. It does not mean that November all you'll be doing is resting. Okay, because it's not, because you also have the strategy card, right? So, for your strategy to work effectively in the month of November, you need to balance this rest and action. That is what is coming through. And since this card specifically shows a person who is trying to meditate, I feel, my dear option one viewers, meditation or just sitting with yourself with eyes closed for 10 minutes every day at the same time at the same place. Consistency is the key, my dear friends. So, if you follow that, I'm seeing that you will gain a lot of clarity. You will know what to do, when to do, because your inner voice will guide you. Okay, so definitely focus on rest and rejuvenation. Again, I'm clarifying, it does not mean that you have to rest all the time, especially if you have important stuff to accomplish and all. Specifically for those important tasks to be accomplished, it's extremely important you give your mind and your physical body rest, then you strategize, then you take the action. Okay, this is the plan for November. Okay, let us now see. Okay, your monology card is saying Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, probably there's too much glare of the light. Let me see if I can. Ah, okay, now you can see, right? Nothing is yet set in stone. So there is nothing to worry, okay? You can still create this the way you want to, the way you were trying to manifest certain thing, okay? This just because there has been a small shaking up, which I'm assuming may happen because we have the eclipse. We were all going through a Saturn retrograde phase, so sometimes things might feel like, oh, it's already going in a direction which you did not want. Or if it's health situation, it may happen that maybe some things got triggered recently, but your guides are coming in and saying, don't fear it, okay? Nothing is yet set in stone. In fact, I'll tell you, the silent retreat that I was participating in, some people's health issues, like uh, suddenly triggered out of nowhere because it was part of the release. Okay. And as soon as they were released, again, like it was probably for a few hours, and again, like things went back. For some people, it was few hours. For some people, it was few days. For me, it was just one night, which was really terrifying. But then finally, when I fell asleep, I slept for a really long time. And when I woke up, I felt so light. So sometimes sudden escalation in health issues, or in a situation that seems like not working in your favor, it's probably releasing of a blockage or something. But at the same time, they're saying nothing is yet set in stone. So you can still use this situation to your advantage. Okay. But really, it's important for you to be able to use it to your advantage. You need to be well rested, and you need to have a solid strategy. If you just jump in and try to, salvage something, it will probably not work. Okay, so please, my dear option one viewers, understand the importance of giving your mind and physical body proper rest, and then making some strategy. Okay, it may not be foolproof, but if you're taking action, it should have some strategy as its foundation. And then you have, now you guys will be telling me, what were you saying all this time? Because your next card says, be bold and make the first move. Okay, again, I'm clarifying. Even though it asks you to make the first move and be bold, this is not the boldness where you are being impulsive or rash. Okay, this boldness is coming from the confidence that you have already thought out of a well devised plan, and then you are the one who is taking the initiative and making things happen. Okay, so this is what it says again and again and again. I don't know why I keep repeating the same thing, because this message is coming in so strongly. Please don't be impulsive. Please have a plan, have plan A, plan B, be well rested, but then you take the initiative, make the first move, because nothing is yet set in stone. Again, for each one of you, it is happening in a different aspect of your life, be it relationship. If something is feeling stagnant or too acrimonious, you think about it, make a plan, and then approach the situation or the people involved. If it's your health and you want to try some alternative therapeutic methods, do the research properly. Do not read something on social media and just go there blindly. Okay, do the research. If somebody recommends something, take like 3 4 reviews of the same thing, then go to the person, talk to the person, and find out like if it's resonating with you. Okay, and then only you take the plunge. The idea behind the be bold and make the first move is, uh, just because you don't know or you cannot control the situation does not mean you should hide and just wait for things to happen to you. No, you're not going into hiding. You're not going into a cave. You are resting, and then you are making a plan, and then you are taking action according to your plan. Okay, what do you need to surrender? My favorite thing, surrender to divine timing. Okay, I love this divine timing thing so much. Like, if I have to be brutally honest, I'm like a lazy person. Okay, so whenever I see this divine timing thing, I'm like, let me just do things at my own pace. Divine timing, whenever it comes, things will work in my favor. Okay, so it is something like that. Some of you, if you are thinking that my health issues are slowing me down, it's not helping me achieve these goals and all, or maybe it's some other issues that you were worried about, in the month of November, you have to be patient, okay? You have to love yourself. You have to give that time to yourself. And then when you are not so anxious anymore or not feeling so restless anymore, suddenly this divine timing will happen, okay? And I'll read the message here. It says, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Okay, so definitely, November is a month where you are practicing a lot more patience, a lot more self love, and you are surrendering to divine timing. And the major blessing you are receiving is a blessing for healing an injury or illness. So, like I was saying earlier, of course, the vibe of physical health illness or mental health illness was there throughout. Uh, if it's you or if it's anybody like your child or your parent that you were really worried about, they are being blessed, okay, so that their illness heals really at a faster pace. Okay, so if I have to summarize your reading, my dear option one viewers, November is a month where you do not know what's happening, and that is how you learn or more and more patience. Okay, that is when you realize that it's okay, in fact it's beneficial sometimes to rest and rejuvenate and then make a plan, make a proper strategy, and that makes you feel more confident, and then you go out there and you make a move because there's nothing yet set in stone, and then you just leave it to the divine. Okay, whenever the divine timing happens, you will see, you will get the results that are in your favor, that will be in your favor. But overall, the major blessing for the month is some health injury or illness that was bothering you. It can be your own health, it can be the health of a loved one that is being healed in the month of November. So that is all I have for you, my dear option one viewers. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button, please leave a comment, please share this video as much as you can, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Yay. Put this back. Move on. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 2 viewers who chose this very mysterious golden colored lamp. Whenever I see this, I tend to call it a magic lamp, although no magic has happened yet. But yeah, I get that feel. So let's see what will be the energy surrounding you in the month of November. I have this energy oracle deck, and thank you, Divine. More card, please. For my dear option 2 viewers, in the month of November, what will be the energy surrounding them? So next, from the Moonology card today, I'll take two. Moonology deck today, I'll take two cards. You, one more card, please. I just felt I haven't used this deck in a while. Really felt strongly called to use this today. Next, we'll see from the surrender deck, what is it that you need to surrender in the month of November to accelerate your growth. Thank you, Divine. What is one major, major blessing? Let us dive into your reading, my dear option 2 viewers. Okay, the month of November is like going on like an adventure ride. Okay, sometimes you're going really high, sometimes it's dipping and you don't know what to expect. Like that, okay? There's nothing to fear. Like I'm saying, it's a really mixed bag month. Um, and for each one of you, it'll be different. So first, you have the storm warning. Okay, so definitely by the end of the October, due to the eclipse, or yes, it can be due to the eclipse energy, there might be some shaking up happening. But I like the storm warning because this shaking up is mostly shaking you out of your comfort zone. Your spirit guides are coming in and they're like, oh my God, if we don't kick this person, they're never going to grow because they're never even going to step one foot out of their comfort zone like that. Okay, that's again, don't shoot the messenger. These are not my thoughts, these are the energies I'm getting. And I only said this just to explain that it's a positive shaking up happening. There's nothing to fear. And you will see why as I show you the cards. Of course, your next energy is the door to spirit. Okay, you are connecting more strongly to your spirit. This is the reason that for some reason, most of you were stuck, or you were just settling for something that you were like, okay, Shwet, you are like, I'm not super happy, but I'm comfortable. I'll just count my blessings and I'll just go with it. But your soul is not happy. Your soul wants to grow. Your soul wants to explore. And that is where this door to spirit is opening. And your guides are, okay, let's give him a little push. Okay. And that will suddenly make you feel, oh, the ground beneath me is shaking. It's an earthquake or something. But you are taken care of. And what you will see is because this shaking is happening, you now, with full awareness, are trying to deeply connect to your spirit. For some of you, it might be, triggering or activating a spiritual upgrade. Like in your practice, you start suddenly going very, very deep, or, uh, you might have sudden. Creative outbursts, like sudden ideas, okay? And you suddenly start following that and you realize that, oh my God, why didn't I try this before? Because this is giving me so much fulfillment. Something like that is happening in the month of November. Initially you're shaken up and then you're like, okay, everything around me is unstable, but somehow I'm feeling completely at peace, even though I have these things to take care of, these responsibilities, and too many people to talk to and settle things with, but at the same time, there's some fountain of joy within me that's coming out of nowhere. Okay, that is the energy which is like really exciting. It's absolutely like when you're in the theme parks, adventure parks, and you sit on those rides, like which suddenly plunge and then suddenly goes up. Some feeling like that. And the reason I said There's nothing, absolutely nothing, not even 1% to worry, because you also got this card. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so this shaking up is happening for you. It is not happening to you. The storm is not happening to you. The storm is happening for you. Because no matter what your situation is, which direction it's turning towards, you are in a win-win situation. Okay, so definitely whatever will happen as an outcome of this shaking up will be something extremely positive, okay, where you feel like a winner, because it says a win-win outcome is forecast. So I would strongly encourage you, my dear option two viewers, as a friend, to focus on your connection with yourself. Nobody else should matter for you. I'm not asking you to be selfish. No, it's not that. You take care of your responsibilities and everything, but do keep a time for yourself where you are just going deep within, because you will find there are so many gifts inside, okay? And actual gifts that materialize into your 3D world as well, okay? So please remember that. Even if you're feeling a little bit scared or confused due to shaking up, remember this card, that a win-win outcome is forecast. Okay? If it is like relationship problems in the workplace or at home or with your partner, your guides are advising you to bring love into the situation. And again, I'm feeling very strongly this should be self-love, okay? This should begin with loving yourself, respecting yourself, being extremely kind to yourself. And I'm saying this because recently I was part of an online silent retreat, and there, like my spiritual guide, every day he used to remind us one thing: be extremely kind to yourself. And that is the energy I'm feeling here. Because sometimes, we are our harshest critiques. We are like, oh, these people are doing this. Why can I not do this? They have learned this in 2 hours. Why can I not accomplish this in 2 months? Um, so everybody has their own time. Like they say, the sun has its own time to shine and the moon has its own time to shine. So everybody has their own time. So don't compare, okay? Don't feel bad, and don't overcompensate by, suppressing parts of yourself, because you feel so guilty that, oh, I could not do that. Let me overcompensate by just being extra nice or by doing things that you are not even supposed to do. Okay, so please remember that. So self love for you, my dear option two viewers, are very, very important. And of course, when you practice self love, the situation that is bothering you, that the storm like situation that has come into your life, uh, try to see it from a higher perspective and with some rose tinted glasses. That, okay, maybe it looks like this right now, but maybe these people don't mean anything personal to me, or it's not, like I said, it's not being done to me, it is being done on for me, on my behalf, so that things so that I can grow, I can make even greater progress than I can imagine. Once you think like that and see the situation with love instead of fear, anytime you feel fear, replace it with love. That is extremely important. Once you do that, you will start seeing how the situation is a win-win for you. Okay, what do you need to surrender? Just what we were talking about. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. And I'll read the message here. It says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Okay, so whatever the situation has happened, you were like, I tried so hard. Still, the situation went out of my way, went out of my control. And that is why your guides are coming in and saying that for something to work, you don't have to bend yourself backwards. You don't have to be a doormat. If something is supposed to work, if some people are supposed to value you, they will do it anyways. Even if you show them your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities, everything, okay? And you need to believe in that. You are not a lesser person, you are not a weaker person, okay? So please believe that. And in this month of November, you pray to your guides that I'm really open to surrendering this habit of people pleasing. I will speak from my very authentic core of my being, what I am, what my needs are, what I'm planning to do in future, okay? And some people take offense at anything. You know, guys, I've faced this all my life, even when it doesn't even involve them. Like trying to do something on my own and somebody will come and say, oh, how dare you even try that? Do you know how many great people tried this before you and they failed? And what do you want to prove? And I'm like, I wasn't even looking at you. I wasn't even talking to you. Why are you suddenly jumping on me? So you guys might have faced similar kind of situations. Just ignore. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, I know you're right. Probably I should do this. You don't have to please them. Just like, yeah, thank you, but I guess I know what I'm doing, and then you move on, okay? You don't have to be rude, but at the same time, you can be firm. Some people only understand the language of firmness, okay? Unfortunately, at this time on earth, there are many, many people who consider love and kindness as weakness. They think, oh, this person must be stupid, this person is so kind, and they try to think it as a weakness and try to exploit you. And that is when you have to stand up for yourself, okay? You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be violent, but you can always say no, thank you. No, thank you, bless you. And it's done. Okay, so this is just an example. I'm pretty sure that all of you guys know this. You have tried this, but in the month of November, your spirit guides are like, we have your back. You don't have to people please anymore. Stand up for yourself, love yourself, and know that a win-win situation is waiting for you, no matter how confusing or chaotic the situation might look at the moment. Okay, and again, I'll give you an example. When I was very sick, diagnosed with this autoimmune disease, I had too much pain in my body. I lost my ability to walk, but at the same time, I was really afraid any day now I lose my job. But my boss was almost like sent from heaven. He was so nice. He totally understood my issues. And even when I came back, like it's not like I became well and immediately I started becoming very productive. It does not happen like that, right? So he was patient with that too. And it took a very long time. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like magic happened in a second. Magic happened, but it took a while. And there were uncertainties. But I kept reminding myself because I used to watch tarot readings on from other YouTubers, right? And I used to remind myself that no, no, no. They told me, like they told me, or I would think of my guru, my spiritual guide, and I would think he's with me. There's nothing to fear. Whatever happens, there will be something good for me. I did not know what the good was at that time, because honestly, I thought I would have to change my career or something, because this was too high, like conventionally, this job, this type of career is full of stress and all. So I've been told, and so I had no intention of continuing this, but only because my immediate boss was like a godsend who totally understood what this is, what this problem is. And then I realized that no, just because 100 people told me that you cannot continue here because this is a stressful job and you cannot take stress, doesn't necessarily mean it's true. You know, when spirit has your back, when the universe has your back, it doesn't matter even if like 99% of the world is against you, you will still emerge as a winner. And I want you to remember this, my dear, dear option two viewers. Okay, surrender. Surrender the habit of people pleasing, and the blessing that you have in November is a blessing for a fresh start. Okay, so if some relationships are ending, if some situation you have to leave because it was getting too toxic, uh, your guides are like, don't worry, you won't feel bad. We won't let you feel bad, and we will help you come out of that and see the blessings waiting for you. Okay, we'll help you see that really fast, really soon. And if you were feeling stuck for a while, like applying for jobs, getting called for interviews, and then in the end something happens. This has been happening to a lot of people recently. I was doing energy healings for. So basically, this method, again, it is a method founded by my spiritual guide. It's called the Maitri method of releasing blockages. I'm just a channel. He's the source. I connect to him, and then the energy flows. So during those sessions, I would see, yeah, many people had this sudden, like they had huge plans. Probably somebody was going out of the country, and then suddenly there was an accident and things like that. Okay, so things like that were happening in the recent past. So if you were going through a phase like that, don't worry. November is coming with good news, a blessing for a fresh start where you will see that there's nothing to lose. It is a win-win situation. So that's all I have for you, my dear option two viewers. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. Please share the video as much as you can and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay, let me put the cards back. Move on to the next option. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 3 viewers who chose this cute mini plant. Let us keep it aside and let us now see what will be the energy surrounding you in the month of November 2022 from the Energy Oracle deck. I'll take two cards. I hope you're all doing well. Tomorrow is a solar eclipse, and there might be a little bit shaking up, but that's okay. It's a good shaking up. And do check out the video if you haven't already. Thank you, Divine. From the Moonology deck now, we'll take two more cards. What is it that my dear option 3 viewers need to know about the upcoming month of November 2022? Next, we'll see what is it that you need to surrender in the month of November so that it accelerates your progress. And of course, my favorite deck, what is one major blessing that you, my dear viewer, is receiving in the month of November? Thank you. Okay, option 3, let us dive into your reading now. Okay, awesome. So, November, uh, majority of the month, you are going through tremendous healing. So when I was drawing your cards, I was feeling that maybe when the solar eclipse happens, you're like suddenly taken off guard. It can be your health issue. It can be suddenly some dispute arising out of nowhere, and you're like irritated. Why is this? Like, I wasn't even thinking about this. How does this suddenly happen? For some of you, it might be like that. For some of you, it might be like, I'm so tired of carrying this burden. It's like at the back of your mind all the time, even when you don't want to consciously think of it. For some of you, you're like, I'm trying so many things and I'm trying so hard, but your confidence probably was not up to what it should have been. And all that is changing in the month of November. It is a process. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The process can be a little uncomfortable sometimes, because there's a huge balancing going on. And let me show you the cards now. You got the yin and yang. Okay. So let me know, guys, if you got this card before, because I think this card came out in the solar eclipse energy reading as well. This yin and yang, like there's a balancing that has to happen between the divine masculine and divine feminine energy within you, okay, between the action and the planning, between the nurturing and executing, like that. So that balancing is happening. And let me show you one monology card. It also says it is a time for healing. So definitely, you have to allow yourself to heal whenever you are going through tremendous mood swings, or like I said, suddenly things start feeling uncomfortable out of nowhere, like they appear out of nowhere and they disappear also on their own. If those things are happening in November, know for sure that that is a part of deep deep rooted healing that's happening within you, and allow it to happen, and be like really grateful, be so grateful every time you go through this pain in November. Even if it's physical pain, just say thank you, God, because I can feel you're releasing so much stuff through this pain, and I'm so grateful. It works, guys. Gratitude works like magic. The more grateful you are like, oh my God, all I said is thank you, and the universe can't stop sending you gifts like that. That's what I experienced in my life. Okay. Uh, like I keep saying, I was very sick and I really didn't have any hope of, you know, doing well in anything, because I was in physical pain most of the time. And I kind of accepted that. And I was just very grateful that there are so many people to take care of me. I was grateful that even though my parents are older than me, but they're relatively healthy physically and they can take care of me. uh, I was grateful that I have a loving husband who was working from home at that time and he could come and help me at that time. So I was very grateful for all these things. And then, like, suddenly things started changing. Even when I was sick, like when I was healthy and all, when I was trying to prove my point to the world, nobody even looked at me. But when I was sick and all I was doing, just, posting occasional videos on social media, doing some tarot readings on YouTube, and I started receiving so much love that my gratitude like increased even more. That how is this possible that I'm not even working? I'm a sick person lying on bed most of the time. Maybe get up for doing a video for 15 minutes and people love me so much, and I was like even more grateful. And that started showing up in the healing energies accelerated. And so many people, including my doctors, who are really nice, really kind, really helpful, they all told me like, you should opt for a different job, like whatever my day job is. And it is by the grace of my guru, and I think because of that tremendous gratitude that only the divine can put in to your heart that I could still do this job because, again, I was blessed with a very, very kind, understanding boss, my immediate boss. So it's all like seem like a divine plan, okay? And I'm saying all this to you, my dear option three viewers, so that you understand that November is actually a very positive month for you. Everything positive is going to happen, but your mind will be like, oh no, I'm feeling this pain. I'm not sure if this is a positive thing. It is a positive thing. You just express gratitude no matter what happens. And I'll show, before you call me crazy, I'll show you why I'm saying all this. Because the surrender card you got is the month of November. What do you have to surrender? You have to surrender to success. Okay? That's why I'm saying all this. That you have 100% success waiting for you in the month of November. But you don't know when that is happening. For some of you, it's happening in the beginning, for some of you in the middle, for some of you in the end, for some of you, it may happen in the early December as well. There is success waiting for you. And what is it waiting for? For you to balance whatever aspect of your life is out of balance, to bring that back into balance, and for you to surrender to this healing energy as well. Because when you are healed, guys, you can heal so many people by just being. You know, when your energy field around you, when your aura is perfectly healed and the yin and yang energies are in balance, people will be in your presence and they'll feel that positivity. And then when they take that positivity and go somewhere else, then again, 25 more people are getting healed. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that powerful? Wouldn't you want that? Please allow this healing to happen to you. It is definitely happening to you in November. You also have third chakra, Archangel Shemuel. Okay? Third chakra is the solar plexus chakra, which is 2 centimeters above our navel, and it is the seat of confidence. Okay, when the solar plexus is blocked, some of you might have some diseases in the organs there, okay, like the stomach, intestine. I don't know what else. I'll have to look up the human anatomy, but mostly in your belly area. Okay, you might have physical diseases in those organs, and for others of you, you might suffer from an extreme lack of self confidence because the solar plexus was blocked for a really long time. And what is happening in the month of November is that is being healed. For some of you, it might be the opposite, that is was overactivated because solar plexus is all about fire energy. Okay, so for some of you, it will be like there was too much fire. You were probably getting too much angry. You had too much energy which you did not know how to dispose of. That's why, again, the yin yang card is important because this fire energy is now being balanced by the water energy. Okay, so a lot of things going on, lot of internal spiritual activation, I would say, going on within you in the month of November. But there's nothing to worry because all you have to surrender is surrender to success. Okay. Your next monologic card reminds you some adjustments are required, which I think I made obvious with my speech in the beginning that uh, whenever you are going through healing, of course, there are adjustments you have to make, right? For example, if it's a physical healing, if you were eating junk food before, you have to replace it with healthy food. You have to control the timings of your food and sleep and physical activity, all that, right? So, some adjustments are required. And I just gave this as an example. If it's a relationship issue, there also some compromises may have to be made initially, but when you do it from a place of good intention, from a place of purity, things will fall in place. Okay, and I can see that purity in you, in all of you. Okay, otherwise, the surrender to success would not appear. Your guides are like, we know you are very loving, you're very kind, you're very pure. That's why We want you to become even stronger spiritually. They want your spirit to be really strong, okay, so that many, many more people can benefit from you. That will definitely happen in the near future. But for the month of November, there is some success exclusively waiting for you, my dear option 2 viewers. So allow this healing to happen. Surrender to this healing. The major blessing you are receiving is a blessing of the air. Okay, so the air energy represents communication. So, like, since your solar plexus is already healing, maybe with increasing confidence, you might start communicating more effectively. Whatever your needs are, whatever your likes and dislikes are, that I'm seeing. People will not misunderstand you anymore, and you on your end also receive more clarity. If you were confused before about something, there's clarity coming in. But since this blessing specifically talks about blessing of the air, please try and be in nature as much as you can. And even if you're at home, okay, sometimes we don't realize when we are working from home, the windows and doors are closed most of the time, then the energy stagnates. So letting fresh air come into your room is extremely important. Okay, please understand that whenever you see your mind is stuck in a rut, all you have to do is go out, take in fresh air. Okay, go out for a walk in nature, or open the windows and doors and just take in fresh air as much as you can. So that's all I have for you, my dear option 3 viewers. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. Please share this video as much as you can and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, stay blessed. Lots and lots of love. Bye.